Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nibiru channel. It is January 18th, 2016. Powerful earthquakes hit central Italy again. We were actually keeping central Italy on the earthquake watch for the next several days. And at approximately 10:25 a.m. this morning, the earthquakes hit. Now, as far as we know, there was not a lot of structural damage, no death or injuries. And I'm going to read you a little article that states here, 3 earthquakes hit central Italy Wednesday in a stinging triple punch that brought fresh terror to an area still reeling from deadly earthquakes last year and struggling to cope with heavy snowfall. Now, it further states that monitors said the first earthquake, which struck at approximately 10:25 a.m., was around a magnitude 5.3. 50 minutes later, a second earthquake hit at a magnitude 5.7, and then it was followed by a third earthquake registering at a 5.5. Now, this is coming from the European Seismology Office. And as you can clearly see, this will give us detailed information on the earthquakes in Italy right now. And I'm just going to pan down. You can see central Italy here gives you the date and the time of these earthquakes. And let's just pan down. And I want you to pay close attention to the right side of your screen, because it is absolutely full of the earthquakes in central Italy. And like I said, we've been watching this area the entire week. Well, actually going into last week, because some of the prediction models and forecasts were stating that this region of central Italy was going to be hit again. So we're going to go ahead and click on the magnitude 5.3 that was listed on the European models, and we'll just go ahead and tune into this map real quick. And this is going to show us the earthquakes over the past 7 days in this region. And as you can see, they've had quite a bit of activity along this fault. And there is a major fault line that runs directly up through central Italy. And as you can see, all of these earthquakes are occurring. And there's not a lot of modern structures throughout this region. And for them to feel this earthquake 60 miles away in Rome, well, eventually they're going to get hit with another big one. And if that does occur, a lot of these structures have still not been fixed from the devastating earthquakes that occurred back in mid-October. So we're going to continue to keep Italy on the watch, because as you can see, they're still going through a lot of tremors that are in magnitude 3 and above. Some of them are a little bit lower. But what I wanted to do real quick, let's bring up the earthquake 3D tracker, and let's just take a look at some earthquake activity. And this is for the last 24 hours. And as you can see, there is quite a lot of activity again occurring all over the globe. Now, whenever you're looking at all of this, it just makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Still, we have no answers other than, okay, these are earthquakes. But we're just looking at the last 24 hours. And the earthquakes are getting more powerful. I mentioned this many, many times over the past few weeks that these earthquakes will intensify. There's no doubt. We still are on a major earthquake watch for the next several days. There are some areas that have been pinpointed, such as the West Coast, California, the West Coast of Central America, the Cascading Fault Line near the state of Washington and Oregon in the United States. They're also having some issues in New Zealand. And basically, they're having earthquakes in New Zealand, well, I'd have to say pretty much all day, every day. And these are earthquakes. These people are feeling these earthquakes. They're ranging from a mid-magnitude 2.5 and above into the threes. And I've seen some registered at 4.1, 4.2, but then they quickly downgrade them. But if we take a look at the earthquake 3D tracker and we start to look at all of the earthquakes over the past 7 days. And like I've said before, when I increase the earthquakes to a 7-day period, I mean, you could barely see the earth. It literally slows down the program because of all of the earthquakes that are just stacking up all over the world. And once again, if you think this is just something that's common, well, take my advice. You better open up your eyes, because this is not something that is common. I've heard reports of seismologists, scientists all over the world scrambling for information and data, and I think they know by now what is occurring. Just recently, we had the most devastating and deepest earthquake ever recorded by man. Even though it was only a magnitude 7.6, it was the deepest earthquake ever recorded by man. And that would definitely have the ability to shake up any type of fault line, tectonic plate in that area. This would reverberate all across the globe, and apparently it is. It's a devastating situation, folks. And once again, if any of you live in any earthquake-prone areas, I would definitely heed these warnings. If you do not have any type of earthquake notification, like I've said before, you can go to Discovery Volcano on the internet. I'll leave a link for the website. You can go right over across the screen here to where it says app. They have one of the best apps for your cell phone for volcano and earthquake notification. I've been testing it for several months now. It works absolutely fantastic. So I'll leave a link for Volcano Discovery. Keep yourself prepared. That's the best advice I can give everyone at this time. We'll probably have a further update later on this afternoon. Thank you for watching the Nibiru channel.